Hello everyone, my name is Sarika Saxena and today I am here in front of you all and this is my YouTube channel. I welcome you all over here. I thank you all that you watch me through these videos and I have been posting a lot about my Navli process and Navli technique, so you can find many videos regarding Navli, but today why I'm making this video, the reason is different. It's not Navli. It's it's something which is very personal to me. It's the most personal part of my life, which I think now is the time that I share with you all through my this video, and in future also, if God permits me and gives me the opportunity, I would really share with you all, and I will keep posting you regarding that. So the reason why I'm here is because I I wish to tell you about my spiritual awakening. I wish to tell you about my Kundalini awakening. Kundalini awakening, a process, something which I'm going through, and uh, I think there must be truth seekers and spiritual seekers who are seeking Kundalini and the knowledge of Kundalini about it. So I hope that I'll be a little helpful to them. And well, it's a very personal process. Kundalini is a very personal process for everyone. Um, for each person, the process is different, and so we are talking about Kundalini. So what Kundalini actually is? Well, Kundalini is a serpent power. It's a cosmic energy, and it resides in our tailbone, in the area of perineum. There is an area which is called as perineum. This area is in between your anus and your genitals. So it's basically the seat. So there resides Kundalini energy, and it is actually in the dormant state in everybody. It is also in animals, but animals don't have this privilege and access to this energy. So it is only humans, only we are so privileged to activate or awaken this energy. So uh, this energy is a cosmic energy, and I was actually not aware about this, what I'm going through. But let me tell you something about me. There are many ways in which, I mean, you can awaken Kundalini Shakti, or Kundalini gets awakened. So uh, my Kundalini awakened through meditation. I was doing dhyan for many hours, and I was not aware the moment it got activated. I just felt these tremors and the shaking, all I was shaking and quakes like sensations. So initially it was like a scary thing for me. What is happening with my body? And but the good thing was, like, I was aware that whatever is happening to me is actually happening because of my spiritual practice. And I was like, I had no idea what I'm going through. I was literally nil, and the mind was actually trying to understand what is happening with you. And it's something it's something which everybody can experience, but it is also the fact that when your time comes, you get into this. I mean, you don't choose to awaken your Kundalini. You can choose, but actually, Kundalini chooses you. It's like that. You can't choose your energy to get it awakened. It's actually, it's a universal energy. It's a cosmic energy. It's a mother energy which chooses you. It's like that. So that was the moment when I was meditating. I was actually, due to some experiences, due to some really bad experiences in my life, which I don't find bad now, because I think I have overcome all that. And due to the death of my loved one in my family, the loved one I have lost in my life, I was like this, completely shattered in my life, and I had no direction to go. And that was the time when some good friend of mine suggested me to go to Vipassana retreat and go and do meditation. And I went over there, and then I started doing my dhyan. I started doing meditation, and that was the that was the uh, turning point of my life. And when I when I started doing dhyan, and everything changed. I mean, I went to Vipassana retreat for 10 days, and then I came back, and then uh, I was like, I got these little moments of ecstasy, and those no mind type of moments of samadhi in between during my dhyan uh, uh, retreat. And I felt, wow. I mean, this is something I can't explain in words. So I was all ecstatic, and I was literally uh, blissful. Though the process has been really uh, tough and blissful, both. And that was the time. It was the turning point of my life. And then I started meditating for like hours, 8 hours every day. I was meditating, and I had no idea, I mean, what is happening with me, because I was consciously or unconsciously, I was being directed towards meditation, because I thought I was meditating, but I was not meditating. I was being directed towards it, because the Shakti had chosen me to awaken in me. So that was the time. It was a turning point. So I started meditating for like 8 hours every day, and within 15 days, the Shakti got activated in me. And I had all sort of sensations, like uh, shaking sensations, and quakes like sensations. And my I felt like my whole life is shaking. And that was the first time when I was feeling like. And also in my spine, my lower bone, I was getting these sensations, like some spring has been installed over there, and I'm not walking. I'm just I was just feeling like a superhuman, where I'm not walking at all. I'm just, I mean, something is making me walk. So that was so amazing. And first time I felt the effect of Shakti in me, and that was the time when it was being activated in me. So um, I mean, enjoying this blissful feeling of um, this extra energy in me. And then, till then, that was all fine, but later on, I kept on meditating for months, and then it was like 8 hours every day now, and within three months I had my first kundalini rising experience in my yoga nidra. Because at the same time, simultaneously, when I was sitting for hours for meditation, and I used to get tired by sitting all the time. I also did yoga nidra. In yoga nidra, you just lie down in shavasana, and you do meditation in yoga nidra. So I had my first experience of kundalini rising in my yoga nidra, where I was completely bloomed like a flower. And the shakti, it actually it had uh, it was so it was like I can't explain in words. All my chakras, through all my chakras, it just went up, and then it blasted from my sahasrara chakra, and that feeling was like I became all. So still today I find it very hard to explain in words how the experience was. I think it is something which you can only experience. So I was like, oh, my awareness expanded like anything. It was the expansion of my awareness, the maximum where your awareness can get expanded. It was the expansion of my awareness, and I felt like I became all. And before that, I was getting a lot of dreams of snakes, where snakes were biting me and eating me, all sort of. But one fine day, before my this kundalini rising, I had this beautiful dream of a golden snake, which is also symbolically called as kundalini, a beautiful golden snake, uh, which was having two heads. And it was a really calm snake. And first time in my life, I was not at all scared of snakes, and the experience was so soothing, so calm. And the next day I had this rising experience. So that was a beautiful experience. I would like to tell you one fact, regarding activation and awakening. What is the difference? Once you are in a activation period, so there are still chances. Kundalini is giving you all sort of signs, all type of signs, that okay, you are just knocking on my door, and I am just I'm just on the verge of awakening. So do you really want me to awaken? She gives you, as kundalini is called as our mother. She's our mother, she's the cosmic mother, the shakti. So it gives all type of signs. Okay, I'm getting awakened. So before your awakening, during the activation period, your kundalini gives you signs that I'm awakening, and still you have got the time to stop this awakening. Once the kundalini gets awakened, it doesn't stops. That is the biggest fact. It is there with you 24 by 7. Can you believe it? You get you get all these type of sensations 24 by 7, where you're feeling okay, vibrations. Because Kundalini doesn't reside in your physical body. If somebody is going to ask you, okay, show me the Kundalini, so you won't be able to show the Kundalini because it doesn't reside in your physical body. There are many bodies, there are many bodies inside you, all type of bodies, like mental body, etheric body, astral body. So Kundalini resides in your subtle body, in your astral body. So it is going to show you all her colors, like where you'll get the shaking, where you'll feel the vibrations. I mean, for each person, the sensations are different, because everybody is having different karmic accounts and karmas and sanskaras. So so sensations would be different. Like some people will feel more of shaking, some people will feel psychological changes, some will get emotionally high. And these are some common signs where you'll feel, okay, you're being directed towards something you have no idea about. So this is something, something which is just beyond your approach. So till now we feel that, okay, we are doing everything. So there's the huge difference between activation and awakening, that during activation you can still feel that okay, it could be stopped. But no, once Kundalini is awakened, you can't stop it, because you are not ruling yourself anymore. Your mind is not ruling yourself anymore. The energy is ruling you. I mean, every decision which you take in your life, every meal, even every meal you eat, it is being decided by Kundalini. I mean, what people you meet in your life, whom you are going to meet, and where you are going, what your job will be like. Like I used to be I can't say that exactly, but yeah, I was into acting and I was doing theater. And now after meditation and my awakening, my life has been completely changed. And I got into my yoga teacher's course. And I had this idea, yes, I'm being directed towards yoga and all. And so it's like, you don't decide your direction anymore. It is now being decided by the energy. Whatever you try, if you try so hard, so it is going to give you the pain. So this thing happens, with me for a year almost. I was like, uh, all wondering, okay, I had this idea, okay, something is happening with me. And I researched a lot. I met many people. I also was in touch with many people who were also going through the same. I just found them. But it's not always that you will get the right people, right? So it is something, you're being directed towards this flow. So your decisions are being taken by your energy. Anything, each and every moment is being decided by the energy, because energy is not interested in your job, what job you're doing. Suppose if you're a teacher, doesn't mean you're going to be in that profession. If you're an IT engineer, so doesn't mean that you're going to remain in that profession. So if if you surrender, well and good. If you don't, then you're going to see the real hard time. And I was all wondering what is happening with me, because my mind was not ready to surrender to the Shakti. So mind finds it's really tough to surrender. But yeah, eventually my mind surrendered. And Right now I'm going through all these sensations 24 by 7, all these psychological changes, all these emotional changes, all these I mean, you feel initially, initially also a time. I mean, a time comes where you feel it is also called as the dark night of the soul, where you'll feel you'll had all sort of emotional uh, amplifications of your feelings. Your feelings get amplified, and you just feel you're lost. You just feel that you don't belong to this planet, because what is happening, you know you're just being directed from this 3D world towards 5D world. So you don't live here anymore. I mean, physically you're present here, but mentally you're not, and you're in the middle of somewhere. So you don't feel that either you're here or you're there. So I mean, that period you're just confused like anything. You don't get any idea what is happening with you. So that was something called as the dark night of the soul, and you go through a lot of emotional breakdowns, and all sort of the previous past life karmas comes out very very fast. Once the kundalini is awakened in you, the life becomes so fast. The life becomes so fast. All sort of past life karmas keeps coming out, and I mean, let's say, let's take one instance. If somebody, if you make friendship with somebody, and it is going to remain, I mean, that person is going to remain in your life, like, let's say, for 5 or 6 years. So once you're awakened, so I mean, that person is just going to vanish within maybe 5 6 months. So kundalini decides everything. So kundalini is not interested in your in your job, your what sort of things you're doing with your relationship or anything. It is interested in your awakening and your enlightenment process. It is interested in your enlightenment. So so that becomes very hard initially for the mind to understand, I mean, what is happening. And mind doesn't give up easily. It just resists. Suppose there's a king who's losing its kingdom, his kingdom. So what he's going to, I mean, going through all sort of emotional or I mean, so this is what a king is losing its his kingdom. So it's naturally, the mind doesn't surrender easily. It just retaliates, it just resists the process like anything, and which creates a lot of trouble. So this was a little this was a little information regarding kundalini, and I certainly would like to share more about kundalini process, because I it's like, I'm being in this process since 3 years, and um, I definitely want the seekers, the spiritual seekers, if they are going through this process. So uh, I feel that it's my responsibility that uh, I can help you little, whatever little, through my video or information. So this is something very personal, and the experience is different for each person. But still, I mean, there are many common signs of kundalini awakening, like, you're just feeling all sort of vibrations. You're hearing sounds. You're getting these buzzing sounds in your head. And you'll all like, for me, I always feel that my head has become like a grinder. It just rotates and rotates and rotates. So it is also it happens because you are just experiencing a shift from 3D to 5D. So what does that mean? We live in a 3D world, but we are shifting towards 5D. So we are becoming vibrations, as we are the electromagnetic we are the physical form of electromagnetic waves. So uh, we are just shifting from 3D to 5D. So we are going to feel all sort of vibrations. We feel that our body is becoming vibrations. Like I feel that my body has become vibrations. I don't feel my weight at all. I don't feel my weight at all. I don't feel that I'm walking on earth. Because what happens when you see that a rocket is being launched? So what scientists actually do, they do create an anti-gravity force. So then only it is possible uh, that the rocket goes out of the orbit of earth. If you don't you have to create an anti-gravity force. So this is also, once the force awakens in you, once the energy awakens in you, so an anti-gravity force is created, and all the time the energy the flow of the energy is towards upwards. So it is the aim of the energy is to go upward, because energy is the shakti. And this our top of the head, this is the crown chakra, this is the sahasrara chakra, this is the place of the Shiva. So energy wants to meet the Shiv. So energy is awakened and it wants to go through all the chakras to your head. So for me, I feel all sort of vibrating effects in my entire body. And mostly I feel sensations in my head, and in my third eye, my face, my jaws, my nose, my ears. I mean, I feel everywhere, and I don't feel my weight at all. So this was a little information which I think I'm able to convey to you. And later on also I will keep posting about Kundalini and my journey. And I hope and I really wish that it will be helpful for you. And thanks a lot for watching me till now. Thanks a lot. It's a great honor, and I respect you all. I honor you all, and thanks for watching me.